Anyway, in this video we're checking out the FLYWOO GOKU F7 Mini flight controller. It comes in two versions here. The one on the left has a dual gyro, the MPU6000, and an ICM gyro, which is our 32K gyro. And the one on the right is an MPU6000 only. And as far as I know, there's no other difference between these two other than the fact that there's additional ICM gyro on this one here, which is called the the F7 Mini Dual, and this is just the F7 Mini. So I'm going to go ahead and set this one aside, and we'll just take a look at the one with the MPU6000 gyro. And it's a pretty nice board, obviously 20 by 20 here, M3 holes. They do include rubber grommets to convert to an M2 hole, and you get some rubber O-rings for spacers, as well as wiring loom to go to your 4-in-1 ESC, and you have a connector here for your 4-in-1 ESC. This is super packed. The F722 flight controller has a barometer, it goes up to 8S, has two voltage regulators on here. One is a 5-volt regulator and the other one's a 9-volt regulator, and they both go up to 2 amps each. The board supports up to 6 UARTs, also 6 motor outputs, and it has dual camera outputs as well. So yeah, this is a crazy board. It has a crap load of stuff on here, and it's only a 20 by 20. I think this is the future of flight controllers that we're seeing here. I like the layout. I like the fact that everything has some pretty nice big solder pads here. These are really hard to read, so I am just kind of put up a diagram, and you guys can pause the video if you want to actually see the layout of the board. It's pretty hard to read here, but I mean, obviously the large solder pads here are pretty easy to identify. You'll be able to see where to solder stuff, and there's nothing like weird things in the middle here to solder to. So as far as I can see, and then on the bottom you got some more solder pads here as well, and some over here underneath the USB port of all places. That's kind of strange. And you have also I think 16 megabytes of black box data, OSD chip there. Nothing I can see on the bottom other than these for soldering. So all your connections are going to be here, here, and then all on the top over here and here. And of course you get your connection to your 4-in-1 ESC. So pretty loaded for a small package. And oh yeah, forget your boot button here as well. Okay, so let's see what this weighs. This is the MPU6000 only version, and that weighs 5.3 grams. And the dual gyro version, obviously with the case there, is going to weigh more, 6.8 grams. Okay, so here are the dimensions of the board. It's about 30 millimeters in this direction, and about 31.5 in the other direction here. And let's see, its widest point, probably right about here, about 6.3 millimeters. Okay, so this flight controller is going to go into a special build. It's the Mr. Croc 7-inch frame that I just got here. They're also going to send me, I guess, some 3D printer parts for like a DJI installation, but I didn't get those yet, so I didn't make this video. But yeah, obviously put the flight controller up here in the front with a 20 by 20 mount, and then the 4-in-1 ESC over here, probably your video transmitter in the back. I did a video already on the Mr. Croc frame. This is just the same frame, but with longer arms, slightly different orientation, so that you can fit 7-inch props. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting build, so stay tuned for that later with this flight controller.